If you're a business owner and you're not using ChatGPT's new agent feature, you're falling behind. And I'm serious, this thing is a massive time saver. There are tasks in my business that used to take me hours, sometimes entire days, that now get done in the background while I'm focusing on running the business, building connections, and selling. Now, let me be clear, it is not perfect by any means, it's still very new. And of course, like most AI right now, it has its areas where it still needs improvement, but I can tell each time that I'm using this bad boy and each time I'm prompting it better and better, which by the way, I'll have future videos showing you guys how we can go about prompting these agents to get better outputs each time. But even in its current state, it's easily one of the most powerful tools available to entrepreneurs right now, regardless if you have no money or if you have thousands or millions of dollars to invest into your business. So ever since I learned how to use tools like Zapier 3 to 4 years ago, I've been a huge believer in automation of just day-to-day tasks. I've had different Zapiers running my business, or I guess I should say parts of my business in the background for, like I mentioned, about 3, maybe even 4 years now. Automating repetitive workflows, like we did a video recently about our AI agent that we use in Zapier that will send us financial reports on a weekly basis, different blog writers, social media post writers, all sorts of different automations. But Zapier still requires a lot of initial setup. Depending on what you're using it for, you might have to map out all sorts of triggers, the actions, and hope that every API connection that you use stays intact. Now, with ChatGPT agents, a lot of that complexity just quite simply goes away. You can build an agent simply by prompting that thinks through tasks like a virtual assistant would, and you can watch it in real time and tell it when it is messing up, and it will learn right away. And even better, once you get it prompt and teach it to the point where it is doing the same task, over and over, if you want, you can schedule these to run every single day, every week. Obviously, right now, we're kind of limited with how many we can run in a given month. I know I'm paying for like the $20 a month plan, and it comes with like 40 different agent tasks a month, I believe. Remembers when the deep research tool first came out and you only had like, I think 8 or maybe 10, and now it's up to something like 50, or I don't remember how many now, but it keeps going up, right? So it's another thing that I would expect to continue to go up as it gets better. But what I was mentioning is once you train this bad boy and you're getting constant outputs that you like, you can literally just have it running in the background without you having to constantly babysit it like a employee. And even better, it's free. There's no overhead. Like we said, you might want to pay for a $20 a month pro subscription or plus subscription, whatever, but there's no backtalk. There's no disciplinary actions. There's no training outside of, prompting it a little bit back and forth until you get the output you want. There's no added payroll costs. Things that would have normally taken multiple figures, we're talking 6-7 figures worth of salaries and payroll and training, can now be accomplished in a matter of hours to days. Let me give you just one concrete example from my own business. And like I said, I'll have future tutorial videos coming out on how we set up these agents. I'm just super busy right now, and I'm trying to get some content out for you guys because I know it's been almost 2 weeks already. But we've set up an agent specifically for SEO and blog creation. You guys know I'm in a super competitive area in our pest control business, Preferred Pest Management, in the Plano, Texas area. We are having to pump out content more than ever just to not just keep up with our competition, but destroy our competition. So with that, SEO, blog creation, all of that is very important to us. So that's one of the first things that I always look to set up when I'm setting up any automations, agents, things of that nature. And long story short, this is like 3 quick steps essentially that it does. So it will actually go and research local keywords that people in each of our service areas are actively searching for. I'm talking about real buyer intent keywords that would take me hours to dig up manually. Think long tail keywords, not short keywords that are money pages, as I like to call them, are ranking for, but actual long tail keywords that we can then use internal link juice for to actually help our location pages. From there, it goes and looks at all of our blogs about that subject and about that town. In this case, Richardson, Texas, for example. It pulls up all the content we already have to make sure we haven't had any content already posted in the past that it's going to be potentially competing with. Once it confirms that, everything's checking out and good to go, it goes to work and starts writing a fully SEO optimized blog post for us, not just in a Word document or anything like that. This thing goes into our WordPress account and actually creates the blog post in WordPress in real time with proper H1s, H2s, H3s, FAQs, the full 9 yards. And even better, we've programmed it to the point where it writes like me. It looks at all of our blog posts every time before it starts writing, and it writes the blog post like me. And if we wanted to, we could even have it post the blog post for us right then and there. Now, me personally, I'm not quite there with AI yet. I like to, to me, it's still kind of like an employee in the aspect of, we still got to kind of check, the whole trust but verify, as Ronald Reagan once said. So I still like to do a quick once over, kind of make some minor tweaks, but again, the whole point is being more efficient with our time. I'm not necessarily saying that AI is going to replace every ounce of work that you do. Now, might it someday? Maybe. I mean, that's a whole rabbit hole we could jump down in a different video, but as of right now, no, it's not going to replace every single thing that you do, but your output can increase so much. To put in perspective, when I first started writing blog content on our website back in 2021, 2022, right before ChatGPT came out, to write even just a simple 500 to 1,000 word blog post in horrible format, by the way, like nothing optimized whatsoever, just kind of a rough draft, so to speak, would take me half a day to a day because I'm not a writer. And that doesn't include, again, the keyword research that has to be done, and that's assuming that you pick the right keyword in the first place. Now it's all done in the background. I haven't scheduled mine, but I actually tell it, I'll start my day in the morning. I figure out, okay, what do we need to set up some more links to? What pages do we want to focus on today? And then from there, I chat with it real quick. I have my prompt saved in my Google Docs, so I go and copy and paste it and then make some tweaks to it based on what we're wanting it to do today. And then I let it get to work, and then it sends me a push notification to my iPhone whenever it is completed. And then, like I said, the whole point of it is doing other impactful things in my business while this mundane task is being taken care of for me. And like I said, this is just one example. We've had agents in the past that we built on tools like Zapier, like I mentioned earlier, that pull real-time data from QuickBooks, calculate our weekly cash flow, send me a Monday morning report, something that used to take me at least an hour a week at the minimum. We have one that drafts emails to follow up with customers, send payment reminders, follow up with commercial account leads, and even do cold outreach, which I'm super excited to tell you all about in the future. And like we mentioned, a social media manager as well, where we don't have it necessarily set up to post every single day or anything crazy like that, but anytime we have a new blog post or any type of content go out, be it on our website, on our YouTube channel, whatever the case may be, it gets to work and create social posts around that for us. All these used to require separate Zaps, different Zapier agents, API connections, a lot of maintenance, and now the agent can literally handle that without any API keys necessary, just like a human would step by step. And again, is it perfect? No. There are definitely some areas of improvement. Sometimes the agent can get stuck on a complex task, or, it needs you to log in. Like I said, it's not perfect by any means. Some of these things, let's be real, it's a good thing it can't do. Like, to me, it's a good thing that it doesn't remember my password and like log into all my stuff for me or anything like that. Like, I'm glad that sometimes you have to actually step in and do some of the work. Here's the thing, ultimately, every month this technology is improving. AI is improving every single day, every single hour. The capabilities are expanding. How I see it is like what I see now is only a fraction of where this will be in, 6 months from now, or dare I even say 12 months from now, how crazy different it's going to be. If you're a business owner and you're still manually doing reports, manually creating all your content, responding to every single little email, customer inquiry, you're wasting precious time that you could be using to scale, innovate, or even just take a day off with your family. Creating these agents is like creating little assistants that don't sleep, don't complain, learn faster than any employee ever could. Here's what I want to know from you guys down in the comments down below. Have you tried the new ChatGPT Agent feature yet? If you have, what are you using it for? Drop your use cases down in the comments, because I'm always looking for new automations and new ideas that can, help me in my business. And if you haven't tried it yet, think about 3 tasks that you just despise doing this week. Like, just think about 3 things that you're like, man, if I did not have to do this, I would never do it again. And just start playing with it. Like, I mean, literally go in there and just see what it can do. Worst case scenario, it can't do it right now. Like, you might as well at least try it out, see what it can do, push its limits, and see what's possible. ChatGPT agents aren't just another shiny tool in the AI world. They're a fundamental shift in how businesses operate. They can replace dozens of hours every single week, automate complex processes, and open up opportunities that didn't exist just a year ago. So if you care about saving time, spending more time doing things that you want to do and doing things that can actually impact your business and impact your life, and not to mention just simply future-proofing your business, then you owe it to yourself to start experimenting with not just the ChatGPT agents, but AI in general today. So as always, hopefully you guys took some valuable information from today's podcast episode. If you did, do me a favor, for those of you that are listening, watching on YouTube, hit a thumbs up button, share it with somebody, regardless if you're watching on YouTube, listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anyone that you think could benefit from this content, share it with them. And if you're new to me and still tuning in, by the way, my name is Griffin Thomas. I own a pest control company specifically in the Dallas, Texas area, Prefer Pest Management. My social media overall, I just document my entire business journey, the good, the bad, the ugly. I've been posting on YouTube for about a decade now. And if you think any of this content could benefit you, then go ahead and follow, subscribe. Those of you on YouTube, follow. If you're listening on whatever podcast platform you enjoy. And if you're not already in our Facebook group, Discord group, any of those groups, feel free to join those. They're totally free to join. Any helpful links will be in the description box down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.